Okay, guys, today we are using models to solve equations. I've got two problems here, and then we're going to do another one on the back of the page. Just make sure you get this copied down. There are my two problems. Here's the key that we need to use. Granted, keys are going to change from time to time, but this key is pretty self-explanatory. We have an open rectangle, which is worth positive x. Shaded rectangles, negative x. Open square, positive 1. Shaded square, negative 1. Okay. The first thing, guys, you want to do is find your equal sign, and you're going to get rid of everything that they have in common on both sides. For example, this side, the left side, has two x's, but this side doesn't. Okay. Well, before we even do that, let's go ahead and write out what it looks like. It's 2x, okay, then plus 2 singles equals, and now you got 8 singles, or 8. Okay. So if they don't have any x's in common, they do have single squares in common, and they have at least 2 in common. So I can get rid of 2 squares on this side and 2 squares on this side. They're gone. I took them away. Now that I took them away, let's rewrite what we've got. So now I've got 2 x's on this side, and that's it. And then on this side, I've got 6 singles. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw our picture again. Now notice my rectangles are turned sideways. The other day they were up and down. Not a big deal. It's just going to make it easier for me here later on. And then on this side, I've got 6 squares. Okay, now here's where, if you don't have anything else in common, you need to divide everything up evenly. Because our goal is, we don't want to know what 2 x's is. I want to know what 1 x is worth. So if I take and split everything down the middle, now I got to make sure I got the same thing on the top and the bottom. So up here I got this x and then 3 1s on that side. Down here I got an x and 3 1s. They're exactly the same. So what that tells me is each x you see equals 3 single 1s. So x equals 3. Moving to the next one. Let's put what this original problem is. I see 2 positive x's. I see minus 3 1s. Then I see an equal sign, and I see 5 negatives. And they are single 1s, okay? They don't have x's in common, but they do have some single squares. They got 3 of them in common. So if I get rid of 3, and I get rid of 3 over here, now I've got 2 x's on this side left. These are gone. And I've got 2 negatives left. Well, let's go ahead and draw our picture, because there's my 2. Ooh, I got a little ugly on that one. There are my 2 individual x's. And here are my 2 single negative 1s. Now, guys, there's nothing in common on both sides, so we're going to split up what we got evenly. And when you split up what you got evenly, you see you have x equals negative 1 on the top and x equals negative 1 on the bottom. So x equals negative 1. Last problem, then you guys are going to do some by yourself. So this one's a little different. And when we translate it, we'll figure out that over here we got 3 positive x's and we got plus 1 single. Here we've got 2 positive x's plus 4 singles. So the difference is here is they've got x's in common and they have singles in common. Let's do our x's first. How many x's does both sides have in common? Well, they've got 2. So when I cross out 2 x's here and 2 x's here, now I've got 1 x, or just x. 1 x and x is the same thing. Because how many x's do you see there? 1. Plus 1 single equals 4 singles. Okay? So now, what do they have in common? Well, they've got single 1s in common, don't they? Oh, I got to draw my picture, guys. I forgot to draw my picture. It's so much easier if you do that. Draw your picture of what's left. That will help you. All right. Now, what do they have in common? Well, they don't have X's in common. They got the single squares, and they got one of them. So let's get rid of one square each. And now we've got X, 1X equals, oh, there's my answer. Because when X is by itself, that's what we want. Guys, I hope this helped you. Get ready to do some guided practice. You're going to do some problems by yourself. Good luck, and I hope you got it.